Hey guys, so before we begin here, I wanted to say, this is going to be the last merch review video for a while. I know I've been posting a lot lately, or just like 2 in a row, but still. I'm going to be doing something else next video, so stay tuned. But for now, I'm going to be talking about something which is all of the prototypes and kind of defects in my FNAF collection, because I have quite a few, and the reason why I thought of this was because I got a new one. So I'm going to be looking into this, and then I'm going to be open up this new one, then I'm going to be looking at all my other ones and finding a place to put this one. So yeah, this was sent to me by Austin from Youtooz. Very, very kind. Thank you so much for this, by the way. I'm very excited. Yeah, so it says it was examined by nobody. So really, really, really good US border protection there. Yeah, and you can see, gotta love FedEx. Gotta love FedEx there. Really like that that's there. Alright, let's get this open. Ooh, he's just sitting in there. Okay. That's concerning, actually. He's not, like, protected, I don't think. Maybe he is. I don't know. But, yeah, hopefully he's alright. I hope he is. Alright, let's see here. Oh, he's turned around. Beautiful. But before we get a full look at that thing, let me tell you that my plushie only has a few days left. We have to get to 70 sales, and we're, like, really close. So, like, if any of you would be willing to help the cause to get this plushie funded, get it to 70 sales, and that'll be good. Thank you guys so much for the support on it so far. I know it's been a bit slower than my previous plush campaigns, but I'm still very proud of how it's doing. And once it is funded, it'll be in stock until it hits 100 sales. So yeah, 3 days left, go help it out, and back to the video. So yeah, as you can see here, I am a very, very big Dreadbear fan. If you're any longtime viewer of the channel, you'd know this. So I'm very excited that I now own the prototype of the Dreadbear Youtooz plush, and this is awesome. I'm gonna say right off the bat, he feels very, very high quality. Very firmly stuffed. I believe this is the exact one that's in the product images on the website, which is very, very cool to have. Like, that's just awesome. You can see the metal brackets there, on, like, the things to separate his limbs. Really, really glad they included that. You can see the open-up chest there. Looks very, very nice. It's all embroidered, which a lot of Youtooz plushies do printing for the torso detail. This one doesn't have any printing from what I can see, which is very, very good. It's a big step up from previous plushies. His bow tie is great. He's got a little tail here, which is, he doesn't have a tail in the game, but it's cute. I don't really mind. It's stylized. You can see his face here. Big, big head for his tiny brain, and he's got his eyebrows here, which can go up. Oh my gosh, look at him. He's so happy. He's surprised. That's actually beautiful. You can change his expression. That's awesome. They should advertise it like this. Why don't they advertise that feature? That's awesome. You can make him really happy. Look, he's like an angry Dreadbear, or he can be really happy. That's actually awesome. I love that. His ears here look good. Yeah, it doesn't have the little stitches on one of his ears, but it's like the figure didn't have that either. So, yeah. I don't really see any of his stitching on here, actually, now that I think about it, but that's not really a massive deal. I like the color a lot. I know it's not necessarily accurate to his, like, actual in-game appearance, but most of his merch uses this color palette, and while I'm not exactly sure why, I do like it. I do think it's very appealing, and I don't really mind it as a Dreadbear fan, so yeah. His nose here, it has some, like, it's, like, kind of, like, I don't know what you call it. Those, like, I guess flocked, like, plastic noses. He has one of those, which is very nice. The bolts on his cheeks, the rings on here are embroidered and very, very nice looking. Yeah, no, he looks very, very good. I like him a lot. This is a very, very good plush. He's available on Youtooz right now if you want to get him, so I'll probably leave a link to that or something. I don't know. Sadly, he does appear to have one little bit of, like, battle damage. He's got a little stain on his arm. I'm not sure where that came from, but yeah, that is there. So that's a bit unfortunate. But it was there when he arrived, so there's not really anything I could have done about it. But yeah, that is there. And I don't want to clean him because, you know, this is the only one of these I'm gonna get, so I'm not gonna risk anything with him. Anything weird about his tag? Just the Youtooz embroidery on both sides. Is that usual? Do they usually have that? Hold on. Okay, yeah, that kind of tag on the butt is normal. I was just not used to the embroidered Youtooz tag because I was thinking mainly of the chibi plushies, which do not have that. They have more like vinyl tags. Now, to start off, I know a lot of you know that I do own the prototype to the Youtooz Springtrap plush. He's usually in a case. I haven't taken him out in a while because I want to protect him, but yes, he is right here. He is perfectly unscathed, and this one's especially interesting because he is genuinely one of a kind. Like, this was canceled. They replaced the design of him, so I am, to my knowledge, the only person who has this original design. I'm sure there's probably another one of him at, like, the Youtooz where they make them and stuff like that, where they design them. I'm sure those people have one, but, or maybe they don't. I don't know. That's just a guess, but I don't know. There might be, like, one of them out there, but this is definitely the only one, like, out in the wild. The wild as in where my collection, but yeah, this plush I'm very, very honored to own, because he's very, very unique. But yeah, so you can see he does have the same tag that this prototype Dreadbear has, but that tag usually doesn't appear in the chibi plushies to my knowledge. I could go check more of mine, but I'm pretty sure they all have like the weird vinyl tag. This one doesn't. This one is embroidered, so cool. You can also see just how much smaller he is compared to Dreadbear. Oh my goodness. Before we get on to more of my prototypes that I own, I do want to mention I do have this one. This is just a box to the prototypes, but having one of these Youtooz prototype boxes is very, very cool. I don't know if it still has my address on it. Does it? No, it doesn't. I can show this whole thing, but yeah, this is very, very cool to have because these Youtooz prototype boxes are obviously not common because they're only sent to people who get prototypes in the mail, but yeah, just cool that they make a unique box just for selling prototypes. That's cool. We're not selling, just like sending them to people. They don't sell these. So another prototype that I have is the Dreadbear figure, which obviously I'm the biggest Dreadbear fan. Makes sense. I have him. And they actually sent me this as a complete surprise. He was included with the Springtrap here, and I did not know I was getting this. They just sent me in by surprise, and they hadn't even revealed or teased him yet, so this was so surprising to just get a figure that I didn't even know existed. So, yeah, and here is the prototype Dreadbear. He's basically identical to the final one. I don't really think there's any major difference, like we can compare him to the final one. He's a bit glossier, but I think that is literally it, because he looks basically identical, which is good. They didn't change much about him, but yeah, prototype Dreadbear, pretty cool. And for the safety of the figure, I'm not going to open up his box again. I display him outside the box, obviously, because I want people to actually see him. But this box does have some differences to the original one, so I'll pull up some pictures of that right now on screen. I'm pulling up pictures, pulling them up. See that? See all that? Wow, all the box differences. But yeah, very, very cool to have like a completely unique box and figure for Dreadbear. That's awesome. I could very easily show you the main difference, which is that this box has windows. This box is themed after the FNAF 1 boxes for the original prototype, and then the finalized figure is much more themed around Help Wanted. So yeah, very interesting. And then also we've got the Mimic prototype. This is not the prototype Mimic. This is the prototype Mimic. You can see they did actually change the color of the cloth on his head for the final figure. They actually changed his colors quite a bit. The prototype is a lot darker than the finalized Mimic figure, which is very interesting because this is the finalized one, this is a prototype. So yeah, he is very, very much darker on the prototype, which is, I'm not sure why. I honestly like the prototype color palette more. Not that the final one is bad, it's just kind of like, I don't know, I think the darker fits him more. But the color of this cloth is more accurate, so I get why they changed it from black to that, but you know. And along with the prototype Mimic right here, I have the box to him, which is literally unprinted. This is an unprinted, undone anything Youtooz box, which is so neat. Like, actually so neat to have. Like, that's just cool. I know there's some other prototypes that have came like that, but that's just such a unique thing, and it's signed at the top too. I believe it's signed by Austin. Yeah, Mimic Proto #1. So this is the first. This is the first one ever physically created, and I am honored to have him because the Mimic is awesome. Now, another interesting thing I own is my first defect in this here, which is another Dreadbear, as I am the leader of the Dreadbear Legion, as you guys know. But he is upside down in the box. I don't know how this happens at the factory, but yeah, I got an upside down Dreadbear figure, which is pretty awesome, to be honest. Like, I have a lot of box Dreadbear figures, but this is definitely my favorite just because what happened here. This is awesome. This is an amazing thing. In other cool defects, I have this System Error Bonnie figure here, who you may notice is missing his nose. He has no nose. Like you can see here against one that's normal. No nose on this one. I don't know how that happens at the factory. It's not even like floating around in the box. It's just like not there at all. So pretty cool there. One of the most common defects for Funko figures is this line of tie-dye figures that has mistakenly put the Walmart exclusive sticker on every single figure, despite Springtrap being the only one who's actually exclusive. So yeah, I do have a tie-dye Freddy with this defect on it. And it also has this weird sticker on the side, which a lot of the ones at Walmart have. I'm not really sure why, but yeah. Walmart exclusive tie-dye Freddy, he is not Walmart exclusive. So this is a defect. I also just have a bunch of random junk that just so happens to be prototypes. So let me grab these real quick. These are Five Nights at Freddy's suspenders that I had found the prototypes for. So I don't know, like these, I don't know if these were actually released or not, but they're just kind of like you got some toy animatronic suspenders here. We got some ones with just Toy Freddy's face on it. We got more toy animatronic ones. There's Withered Golden Freddy and Springtrap and all that there for some reason. We've got another toy animatronic one, which I believe is identical to the one I just showed, yeah. I've got this, which is, what does it say on there? Security. Oh, it's like a security guard thing. Okay. And then we got these ones, which is probably my favorite. It has the FNAF 3 like little drawings on there, which is pretty cool. Then we got this one here, which is a little wristband, but it is broken, sadly. I'm not sure how it came like this, but yeah, it is broken. Then we got the Springtrap one, which is pretty cool. And then I have all these other ones on a soda can, just to make them easier to display. Freddy plush, Bonnie plush, Chica plush, Foxy plush, all the toy animatronics, all the plushies again, and yeah. And something that came with those, which I find very interesting, are these documents that show the approval things from Scott Cawthon for these. So, approval stage, strike off, pre-production, company name, buckle down, approved Scott Cawthon, and we just got a bunch of these for like everything on this whole list here. And you can see most of these things were approved, so I assume they probably would have released, right? I don't know. But yeah, just a bunch of stuff that Scott approved here, which is probably one of the weirdest things that I own, to be honest. This is the Springtrap one. Yeah, I don't really understand how anybody got a hold of these to resell them. But I'm fortunate to have it, I guess. I mean, I don't really know what I gained from this, but yeah. Scott Cawthon approval documents. Didn't know that would be a thing that I had someday, but it is. Now, this isn't really a prototype or a defect or anything, but I do have the Steel Wool Sheep Pride Month plush, which is a very obscure FNAF plush. It's not really a FNAF plush at all, actually. It's just themed around Steel Wool, but yeah. I also attached one of the PAX West pins. Of course, there's Dreadbear there. And this is the only PAX West pin that I have because it's the only one that I cared about. So, yeah. Here we got the Steel Wool Sheep. Pretty cool plush. Kind of cool to have. Nice. Now, this shelf is pretty important, as it's got a lot of my important stuff on it. So, I presume Dreadbear should probably just sit right here without too much blocking the view of Springtrap or the other prototypes here, or that weird defect. But, yeah. If you want to know what these are FNAF AR merch store socks of Jacko Chica and Jacko Bonnie. Merch from the FNAF AR store is genuinely super rare. If you have any of that, that is like genuinely impossible to find, so congratulations, but yeah. I've also decided to place the defective System Error Bonnie back there because I feel like he just belongs. Put all those buckles up there because, let's be honest, who cares? And then we've got this in-box Golden Freddy McFarlane Toys playset, which I'm very happy to have. I'll put them right there. We got some weird Freddy Fazbear's pizza cups, which I assume I could just put up here. Yeah. One thing that I failed to mention is I do have this Freddy Fazbear mascot head from the same company that made the Fright Dome, although this is not one from the Fright Dome. It's just the generic one, but yeah. I think I mentioned this before that I have one, but yeah, this is very, very, very cool to have. Like, genuinely awesome. So, yeah, he doesn't fit on the other shelf, obviously, but he's here. There's all my Youtooz that I've got lately. But, yeah, there we go. We got my prototype and defect shelf. Pretty dang solid. I'm pretty happy with how this looks. Not really much else to say this video. I do have some other rare, some, like, weird, like, stuff that I'm not supposed to have. Like, I do have that. There's a security breach advertisement for the Nintendo Switch. I've got these two Funko things, advertising the Sun and Moon plush and some of the Funko Pops. Those are weird displays that would be at GameStop. I've got this poster from the Scholastic booth at New York Comic Con, so that's cool. I've got the Funko Fightline display from GameStop, which is pretty cool. Then I got a signed copy of the Twisted Ones, which is genuinely one of my rarest things in my collection. That's not really a sample or anything, it's just kind of cool. There's Scott Cawthon's signature. The original version of the Silver Eyes kind of fits in here. I feel like I should have mentioned that earlier, but yeah. So yeah, completed this shelf. Hope you guys enjoyed. Just kind of wanted to make a quick video because I got the Dreadbear prototype and I was very excited. This is what Dreadbear thinks if you subscribe. He'll be very, very happy. So please subscribe to make him happy.